In 1981, when Ronald Reagan became President of the United States, the Cold War intensified.
Let us bear that while they preach the supremacy of the state, declare its omnipotence over individual man, and predict its eventual domination of all peoples on the earth, they are the focus of evil in the modern world.
Global military spending reached new heights despite widespread public alarm about the spread of nuclear weapons.
I'm going to drop a 20-megaton bomb right on this great lawn as ground zero. It would vaporize every person out to a radius of 6 miles from here and destroy every building.
As states increasingly acquired high-tech and sophisticated weapon systems with awesome destructive power, mass physical conscription became a thing of the past. Conscientious objectors began to assert that financial conscription had replaced physical conscription, a position unconsciously affirmed by the United States Secretary of State Alexander Haig in 1982.
Let them march all they want as long as they continue to pay their taxes.
In the mid-1980s, as American intercontinental cruise missiles were deployed on British soil, some British citizens began to refuse to pay their taxes towards nuclear weapons, and in 1986, for the first time since physical conscription had ended, a conscientious objector was sent to prison.
Well, I have such strong conscientious objections to paying for these, particularly for these weapons of mass destruction.
In the 1990s, others were sent to prison for refusing to pay for a new kind of war. The American and British aerial assault on Iraq, beginning mid-January 1991, was the most intensive in history. 110,000 aerial sorties, 88,000 tons of bombs, the equivalent of 7.5 Hiroshimas, unleashed in just 42 days. During the First Gulf War, 16 British military personnel and 158 Americans lost their lives. Between 30,000 and 150,000 Iraqis lost theirs. The nature of warfare had changed completely. At the beginning of the 20th century, 80% of war fatalities were combatants. But by the end of the century, 80% of war fatalities were civilians. And things weren't going to get any better.